Hey folks, welcome to the Opening Bell with Dan Frio. I, of course, am Dan Frio. Don't go away. We're going to talk stocks, crypto, real estate, and bonds. Okay, so last week or 2 weeks ago before I left, things were okay. They were kind of bouncing and teetering and whatever. And it seems like every time I go away, I go to Florida, the stock market just plummets and mortgage rates spike. So this time I'm like, I'm going to sneak away. Maybe if nobody knows, then we'll have some good news. Well, really nothing happened. Mortgage rates stayed steady. The stock market did okay, but we had some great news come out on Friday. So let's pick up there. And to bring you guys up to speed, just so you guys know, I'm a mortgage person. I invest my own money, but this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes. Basically what I thought is, I'm like, there's so many videos out there that they're either way over your head or they're so vague that they really don't give you any data. So what I try to do is say, okay guys, here's what I'm doing personally. Here's what I monitor. Here's a basket of stocks that I watch, and then I give you my thought process behind the whole thing. So let's get at it. So news that came out just on Friday was there was 900, and if you go right here, 916,000 new jobs in March. Okay, that was above expectations. So what's that telling us? The vaccines are working. People are going back to work. Okay, I predicted a V-shaped recovery, meaning we cratered, and then we're going to pick up and go back as fast as we cratered. Why? Well, I don't really think there's going to be a big lag in the markets because, well, let me just give you an analogy or facts. I was at the airport yesterday. I just flew back yesterday. It's packed. I mean, beyond packed. On my way to Florida, it's packed. Everybody's going to Disney. Everybody's taking cruises. People out to dinner. I mean, it is crazy, okay? So the stimulus package is working. Vaccines working. People are chomping at the bit to get back to work, get to do this, get to go out, get to, all these other things. So my thought process on all this is we're going to have a nice fast recovery. But let's get to the details. It doesn't matter what I'm proposing. It's what's in the numbers. So we go through it. Jobs are coming back. That's awesome. The vaccines, they're supposed to, in the next 60 days, everybody being vaccinated. That's great news. Let's go over to Yahoo Finance. That was the S&P up 54. Dow, wow, up 372. NASDAQ up 188. Russell 2000 up 9. Stocks jump as traders digest jobs report. Okay, so that jobs number came in and everybody's finally saying, you know what, this is going to be good. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to start bouncing back into the stock market. However, where do we want to put our money? Okay, so the Biden administration right now, if you're paying attention to things, they're proposing over a $2 trillion infrastructure bill. Do we need it? You betcha. Our roads, bad. Railroads are archaic compared to Europe. There's a whole slew of areas that really need money put toward it. My problem with it is right now the best timing for it, since we're already diluting the whole system with a bunch of money anyways. That, and how much pork is going to be in this bill. Whose congressman's brother's sister's brother-in-law's mother is going to get all these contracts that they don't really even bid on. They just, we'll give that deal to that person, and without even negotiating. I got a backstory on that I won't go through. I've known people that have sold to the government, and they're like, they don't even really counter. I give them my highest price that I'll sell them my products with, and they just said, okay, I'll take 2,000 of them. And he's like, it's the easiest sale I've ever had. And that's what's infuriating. So it's not like a company that's, on me, when I try to negotiate anything, I'm trying to drive down it so my profit margins will be higher. The government it's not their money. They don't care about the money. It's like, let's just spend it. That's enough on that part of it. So we're going to focus on the infrastructure bill. There's another piece of this segment that I want to show you that I also study that I normally don't, and I don't know why I put it on the video. If you go to right here, if you go to CNN Business, it's going to take you to this area to go to the markets. It's going to show you areas such as most popular stocks, key indicators, world news, and then you're going to go into the sector performance. Okay. I've been a proponent for the last month or so of I want to move my money out of a lot of the technicals, electronics, okay, those areas, and move it into energy, financials, and transportation. If you don't believe me, go back and watch some of my videos. I've been a proponent of energy for the last couple months, and people might say, "Oh, Dan, that's a great generically call," but there's a reason behind this. With the infrastructure bill, what's going to be needed? A ton of raw materials. Okay, that's the energy sector that I'm playing right there. Okay, with the increase in rates, it's great for financials. That's why I'm putting money into financials. Transportation, when the world opens back up, people are going to be traveling. They're going to be flying. They're going to be taking cruises. They're going to be doing a whole bunch of things in that part of the areas. Those are going to be the areas. Healthcare has already been diluted, in my opinion. Consumer durables, it's going to be there, but it's not a place where we're going to put money in and make a ton of money. Electronics and technicals, those are played out. Those played out in 2020 and had phenomenal returns. And so forth. So we're going to focus on energy, finances, and transportation. So let's go over to our wish list. Well, we always have our staples: Google, Apple, and Facebook. Those are what I keep as my staples. But what I'm looking at as well is Berkshire Hathaway. This is a company run by Warren Buffett, that he is world renowned and one of the smartest financial minds of our time. Okay, if you don't have a lot of money to invest, even if you do have a lot of money to invest, I would highly suggest you look at Berkshire Hathaway stock. Okay, there's a Series A and a Series B. If you look at the Series A, you're going to say, I can't get into that position. It's really expensive. But you can get into the B shares really reasonably priced. Okay, so that's that part of the equation. We then go down to some areas that I just added to my positions in within the last 30 days. One is Gush. Okay, this is the S&P oil and energy sector. It's down 5.6% today. You're going to say, Dan, what are you talking about here, guys? Well, if you look at it, I think it was on Thursday, it was up 10. There's probably profit margins or profit taking going on there. Okay, Ford is my play on electric vehicles. I'll say that's kind of an energy stock and a transportation stock. It's up 2.2% today. All right, then we go through our cryptocurrencies. I'll get there in a minute. There's another area that I focus on too is S&P equal weighted energy stock. It's down 2%. Again, that and Gush had huge rallies last week. Okay, so that's that part of it. We go down to Power Shares Dynamic Industrials is up 0.45. So those are the areas that I'm focusing on my energy areas. Now let's get to transportation, and I'll put Ford in transportation and energy because it's going to be an EV, electronic vehicle play there. The area that I'm playing there is Disney. Everybody and their mother that when I was on the plane, the kids everywhere and everything, they're going to Disney. This stock is going to take off. I'm almost going to promise you that one. And that's why I've been loading up on this in the last month because I'm contemplating or assuming that we're going to have a V-shaped recovery. Okay, so that's those parts or that area of the market. Other areas of the market that I invest in is cryptocurrencies. And there's two ways to buy into. Let's say you want to buy Bitcoin. Guys, I'm going to tell you this, and just from an old guy, if you're going to buy a company, buy the cream of the crop. So when you look at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin is it. Okay, Bitcoin is it. Yes, you can get phenomenal returns out of other things, but be careful because they come and go. They rally, then they go away, and then so forth. Bitcoin is basically the cryptocurrency or the crypto of gold. Okay, there's different ways to buy into cryptocurrencies. You can buy directly. I buy directly through PayPal. You can go to PayPal and buy it right through there. You can buy Bitcoin. You can buy fractions. Bitcoin's about $60,000 a coin right now. You can buy $100 worth, $50 worth, $200 worth, and so forth in that. Other areas you can play the cryptocurrencies is through stocks. These are companies. Grayscale has a whole variety of sectors in the cryptocurrency arena. I hold positions in Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Okay, Bitcoin is the world-renowned cryptocurrency. I mean, you've been under a rock if you haven't heard Bitcoin. The only way to buy Bitcoin electronically is through the Ethereum network. So think of Ethereum as the internet. Bitcoin is the Amazon. So you want to buy something through Amazon, we have to go to the internet. That's basically what Ethereum. Ethereum is the platform that a lot of cryptocurrencies trade through. Okay, so that's why I hold positions into those areas. So that's what we focus on right here. The financial sectors, I look at doing the XLF. XLF is an ETF or a basket of stocks in the financial sector. It's like companies like Citibank, Wells Fargo, Merrill Lynch, things like that. You can buy the stock of a company. So let's say I want to buy Citibank. However, I'm like, you know what? I really don't know much about the markets or much about how to analyze a stock, but I think financials are going to do well. Well, instead of buying one stock, you can buy a basket of stocks, which again, it has Citibanks and maybe like 10 or 15 or 20 other financial companies. You can buy them through two different sectors, how to buy batches of them. You can buy it through a mutual fund or an ETF. I elect to buy them through ETFs. So my ETF that I position myself in with the financials is the XLF. That's that right there. And you can see where that's trading right there. Let's see if there's any other areas that we want to focus on. Oh, New York last week legalized the recreational use of marijuana. Well, if you watch back to my videos for the last few months, I've been adding to my positions in the cannabis area. And there's a whole slew of them. They're right here. They start here at Alfrian. It's up 0.77. Tilray up 0.27. Canopy's getting clobbered. Aurora Cannabis, I don't know why that's there. It was up just a little bit ago. Kronos. These are all areas of cannabis. So I'd highly suggest you look into the cannabis area if you're at all interested in cannabis stock. Let's go now to cryptocurrencies. What's going on with cryptocurrencies? Again, we start at the top of the heat. This basically ranks everything by its market cap. You can see that Bitcoin far exceeds everybody. All right. I hold positions in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. I hold a small little position in Bitcoin Cash. You can see there's a whole slew of cryptocurrencies. Before you get involved in this, I would highly suggest that you educate yourself for like weeks and months and follow this stuff before you jump in. For example, I bought Bitcoin at 22,000 on December 24th. It's up 300% or 3 times its value in 4 months. But it has huge fluctuations. So please be careful when you get into these arenas. But that's where we're at with the cryptocurrencies. I also follow the dollar for my business and the mortgage business, as well as cryptocurrencies, to see where the value of the dollar is going, because it affects bonds and as well as cryptocurrencies. We're at 92.57 right now. It's down about 50 cents. It's still a little hot for me. I think it's a little overpriced right now. I think we have a little bit of a decline coming, and a further decline coming once a lot of the stimulus monies kind of gets into the system and starts driving up inflation. So now let's get to, this is where people follow me on a daily basis. What's going on with mortgage rates? I'm a mortgage lender. I've been doing it for 32 years. Guys, I've been saying 33, but I got into it 32 years ago. My bad. We follow this right here, this number. It's the mortgage-backed securities. It's a bond that trades on Wall Street that is the biggest factor, biggest component of mortgage rates. Okay, that's the best way to explain it. We follow the price. This is the price of the bond. What's happening to the price of the bond? Let me give you a quick little bond 101 tutorial. Why we like when the price goes up. Here's why. It drives down the yield. So the higher the price goes up, the lower the yield or the lower the mortgage rate. So let me give you an idea how this works. I buy a $100 bond that matures next year. Okay. Today I buy it for $50. and then next year I trade it in and I get my $100 back. What's my yield? What's my rate on that? Well, I bought it for 50, I turn it in and get 100. It's 100%. It's 100% return on my money. So that rate would be 100%. The price goes up all the way to 100. So now I buy a $100 bond. Next year I trade in my bond and I get $100 back. What's my yield? What's my mortgage rate? What's my rate of return? 0. I didn't get any return. I spent 100, got 100 back. That's why we like when the price goes up because it drives down the yields. Okay, so that's basically all bonds. That's basically how all bonds work. 10-year Treasury, it's down 0.1. We like when the yields come down. The lower this lower this yield, the better it is for stocks and other bonds. You can see the MBS market's rallying right now. This is live, guys. I am at 10:45 Central Standard Time. Sorry, I did a whole complete video and realized my mic was off, so bear with me on that one. So we like the trend that's going on here. The good news is I left a week ago. Rates stayed stable. So usually when I leave, we have one of these things go on. And then everybody yells at me, Dan, don't go away anymore. I got to go away, guys. I'm old and I'm getting tired. So that's that. Economic news for the week. Factory orders came in today. They weren't good. But the non-manufacturing numbers came in and they were good. Tomorrow is the JOLT index. JOLT is how many job openings are there? And last month there was like 10 million jobs. So there's jobs out there for people that want to work. I can't tell you what the pay is on these, but on my way to work every day I go through a huge manufacturing area, and every place out there has a sign, help wanted. The Wednesday, the biggest number coming out is the FOMC minutes, or not numbers, the report, the Federal Reserve minutes. That's going to tell us basically what they're thinking. This can play an impact. I don't think it's going to do anything for us for the week. However, Thursday and Friday, we have job numbers, continued jobless claims, as well as initial jobless claims, and then federal chairman is going to talk. Every time he talks, markets react. I guess that's what I'll say there. And then on Friday, we get inflation numbers, producer price index, ex-food, producer price for the year, and then for the month, and then producer price index for the month. So that'll give us that data on how if inflation's heating up or not. Guys, I hope you like my video. If you find value in it, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. Hit the bell so every time I post a video, you get an alert. But here's the best way to find me. Go to YouTube and just check. You can find Dan Frio or the rate update with Dan Frio. I have about 900 videos and I'm just shy of 13,000 subscribers. I'd love to have this hit 15,000 by the end of April, and only you guys can help me get there. I'm a mortgage guy. If I can help you with a mortgage any way, go to therateupdate.com. You can apply here. You can give us a call, 800 number 844-775-LOAN, or you can schedule a consultation, 15, 30, or 60-minute consultation, and we either do that via Zoom or over the phone. So that's it, guys, for today. I ask you, if you're in the process of building a home, buying a home, refinancing, or you're in a forbearance, please give me a call so I can help you walk through that. Even if you have a quote right now, I might be able to get you lower costs, lower rates, or something. So God bless. Take care. Have a great day. Hope you make some money. Do your research before you invest. See you later. Bye-bye.